Guys, hope everybody's good. I am back with a preview for the Takeover War Games event that happens tomorrow night, Saturday at 8 o'clock on WWE Network. There's not a lot on this show, but I think the way that it's structured, that probably helps it. Um, and a lot of people aren't like me and don't catch every single thing that ever is aired in wrestling. So I figured, you know, I did this for the Survivor Series pay per view because of all of the changes to the original card, and figured people might benefit from that. They're gonna watch it because they're gonna watch it wanting to see one thing, and they're gonna end up seeing another. So I figured why not do a preview for Survivor Series. And after I did that, I thought to myself, while I was at it, I should have done a preview for Takeover 2. And I don't know why I didn't originally, but we're going to fix that now. And so here we go. Now, this, like I said, is an 8 o'clock start time. I think they're going to do a preview show at 7:30. It's either 7 or 7:30. Speaking of preview shows, Survivor Series preview show starts at 5. Show starts at 7, just to get that out of the way. And the preview show match for the Survivor Series, I think there might be more than one because it's 2 hours. But it is Kalisto versus Enzo for the Cruiserweight title. Now, I had originally intentionally skipped that because I was tired of screaming at the top of my lungs that the Cruiserweights deserve better. But just because I'm tired of screaming about it doesn't mean I give up that fight. I'd like to see Kalisto come out of the match with the title and keep it for more than 6 goddamn days. But, the old man, he's getting old, he forgets things. Plus, things happen with him on a whim. So, but that's that. Now let's get into the actual NXT TakeOver event. Now, I don't know the card off the top of my head except for like the top 3 matches. So, full disclosure, I am reading the card off of the WWE iPhone app. This is a lifesaver if you need to find something quick and you don't have access to a computer or anything like that. This is a lifesaver. It's a free app. You can get it from the App Store, get it from Google Play if you got an Android device. So, yeah, that's enough shilling from me. For the NXT title, we have Drew Galloway versus Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega in his corner. This is a match I'm actually looking forward to because both guys can work. I wish that I could know going in that there wasn't going to be any outside interference on the part of Zelina because these two guys don't need it. You can just put them in a ring a bell, and let them go for 20 minutes, and they're good. I think Drew may come away with keeping the title, but if they do a switch, I would think it would be due to Zelina Vega's interference, and it may be just a quick, shock the world switch. But I fully expect for Drew to retain his title. And I'm going to skip around too. I'm not going to talk about the War Games match until last, so because I got a lot to say about that. Then we have the four-way for the vacated NXT Women's title. That, of course, we all know Asuka vacated when she left NXT undefeated. And she is now on the Raw roster and kicking ass on the main roster. Speaking of kicking ass, I think on Monday, Dana, I love you, but you may have just signed your death warrant. Whew, have mercy. Anyway, in the women's title match, you have a four-way. You have Nikki Cross, Ember Moon, Peyton Royce, and Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane got the spot as a result of winning the inaugural Mae Young Classic, and I have no issue with that. She more than earned her spot. She had to beat four of literally the best women in the world to get there, and I have no issue with that, with her in that spot. I think going into it, it's going to be good just by virtue of who is involved in the match. I think the weakest player in the match, and it's not even to me anyway, weakest by all that much, because she's really good, though the definition of her character does not allow her to show that. But the weakest player in the match is probably Peyton Royce, but like I said, not by much. I think coming out of it, we're going to have Kairi Sane as the NXT Women's Champion, and I think the feud coming out of that will probably be Kairi Sane and Ember Moon, but I could be totally wrong, and this is a match that I can't really find fault if they were to put it on either one of Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, or Nikki Cross. I don't think Peyton Royce is ready for that, but she is not bad. She's, people give her a lot of shit because her and Billie Kay played divas. A lot of people don't know this. I've been watching Billie Kay and Peyton Royce since way, way, way before they were ever signed by WWE and given this whole diva-ish gimmick. It's kind of like one of those things where if you don't like the Bears, we have the Lions. If you don't like the Lions, we have the Clowns. If you don't like the Clowns, we have the Jugglers. Kind of like a circus. There are people that don't like don't like this gimmick. There are people that actually will and actually do. Me, I understand it, but my holding off on judging what they do in WWE is based on knowing what they've done way before they ever got here. But anyway, I think that Kairi Sane is going to come out of the women's match with a title, which I'm totally okay with. Next, we have the Velveteen Dream. It's going to collide with Aleister Black. I think Black may win this, but I think it's going to be an interesting stylistic matchup. I actually like the character of the Velveteen Dream, and he actually came from Austin's version of Tough Enough. He's the only one from this version of Tough Enough to have stuck with WWE. And he's doing awesome things. I love I love the character. It kind of reminds me of an early Goldust in a way, because he gets inside people's heads and mind fucks them basically. And I think in this case, Aleister Black, Tommy End, whatever you want to call him, he's one of those guys, you're not going to get inside his head. He is laser line focused. I've never seen anybody in the history of my time watching this business ever able to literally do a flip and end the flip not on his feet, in an Indian style seated position. Never have I ever seen that. And he is kind of like this quiet, kick-ass, babyface at this point. But, should be a good match. I think Dream and Black are gonna, I think they actually do have a good chemistry, because their characters are so diametrically opposed, light and dark. But it's going to be a good one. And I think, while I'm not exactly all the way on this, I think Aleister Black may come away with the win there, but this is the most unsure I am of any match on this card. And then, let's see, we have Cassius Ohno and Lars Sullivan. Don't really know how to preview this one, because Lars is just a monster, and there's really kind of sort of been no build to this other than Lars running through people and taking advantage of them after matches, and Cassius kind of stepping up. I think that Lars, while he may not run through Cassius Ohno, I think he will have a semi-easy time with him, just to kind of build him as a monster more. And I think that may be the easiest way to go with that. And I think while the prediction on the Velveteen Dream Aleister Black match is my least sure prediction, I think the fact that Lars Sullivan is going to, if not waste Cassius Ohno, at least make it look easy, is the prediction that I'm most sure of. So, and then that leaves us, of course, with the 3-team War Games match. You have Sanity versus Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era, and they're going to take on the Authors of Pain and Roderick Strong with Paul Ellering inside of a War Games cage. Now, what this is, War Games is an old school concept to me. I remember seeing the second one, because the first one took place in '87 and I wasn't watching that. And thought, oh my god, this is the coolest concept for a match ever. Basically what it is two rings surrounded by a cage with teams of men fighting in this cage. Submit or surrender rules. Those are the old school rules. Now, this match hasn't been seen for 20 years, so WWE had to update the rules. While I'm not exactly sure what all of the updated rules are, it's still two guys start for a 5-minute period, and then at the end of 5 minutes, two more guys come in, and then two more guys after that, until all 9 men are in the cage. That's weird, but okay. The weird part, the fucked up part that kind of takes the War Games element out of this for me is the fact that pinfalls and submissions can count at any time in the match. And when it was old school War Games, nobody could submit, nobody could quit, nobody could surrender, until all the guys were in the cage. Now old school, pinfalls didn't count. So that's new, and so are the pinfalls and submissions at any time. I don't know how this is going to go because of the old school concept with modern rules. I'm not going to totally shit on it because I love War Games and always have, but it just, on paper, knowing the updated rules doesn't feel like a War Games to me, and that's sad, but, I understand that it has to be updated, for modern day and for time constraints as well, so I get all that. So we'll see what they do with it. Maybe I'll end up liking it. Maybe I'll still hate it. And by hate it, I mean the modern concept of it. But you never know. So, as far as predicting a winner, I think Undisputed Era is going to win this. When Roddy turns on Authors of Pain and joins Undisputed Era, and they go from there. I think it's gonna be a pretty good show. I think the 3 matches that three of the 5 matches that this show is built on should deliver. I don't have any reason to think that they won't. But it's definitely going to be a fun watch, going to be an interesting watch. And of course, I'll be back on like Tuesday or Wednesday with the full Survivor Series and TakeOver Powerbomb. For now, this has been a preview for the NXT War Games event. Again, it takes place tomorrow night on WWE Network at 8 o'clock. And the preview show, I believe, is either 7 or 7:30, depending on if they take the NXT previews for an hour or half hour. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Without y'all, I couldn't do this. So appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. We'll be back later with more. Peace.